We are talking about blessings. Let's get this. There we are. Hold on here. There we are. We are talking about blessings. We have been, there is light in this world, but it's hidden. It's hidden within us. It is hidden in birth. We all see it when we are given birth. We're given life. This light is bringing us into creation. And this light is natural and magical. And yet we can get easily spoiled. We can easily lose or forget this blessing. Light, or the life that we are given, is the first blessing. So we're giving this blessing that is life, that is light. And we easily can take it for granted. So we get lost in the blessings of the world, the light outside, the light in the world. We can get caught up in all these sources of light because everything can look very shiny. But without honoring the light inside, the light that has given life, then all these outer blessings become kind of fake. They become a fake source. They're not stable in itself. And that's beautiful. Then we get to see that we might be just chasing the lights outside, because there's an honoring to life, or to light, or to the blessings of life and light. And this honoring is kind of what we had to kind of lose, or that is kind of hidden, because our parents brought us into life. They gave light to us, life to us. And this life is so natural that we kind of forget that it's a blessing. So when we stop honoring that life, the essence of light, of life, then everything else becomes kind of just an external source. So it's a little bit like here, the light is coming in, and yet that light inside of us is so strong that most of us kind of lose exactly so strong, we kind of lose sight of it. That most of us are kind of more used to just looking at, kind of being in the dark, being inside. We pull down the curtains and stay inside and talk about stuff. Bond over sadness, bond over all these problems, these issues. Because it's a little bit almost weird to say, when people ask, how are you? Oh, I'm great. Oh, but you're not really great. You're like, that's, most people aren't. We feel like that's being fake. We have all these issues. So we get caught up in all these things. So our tree, which is a blessing, which has the angel on it, which has life, we fill it up with all kind of maybe all kind of junk, and so our blessings become like being preoccupied with everything out there, so we run after all these external things. But when you realize that the life, the blessing of life, was given by your first teachers, your parents, and in that honoring, you can kind of return to the source of light, the source, the water that gives the tree life. And then you can start becoming aware of the angel that is kind of, that you are, the spiritual being that you are. And that is like, then you are letting the light in again. It's starting to come in, and you are starting to becoming nourished by the right source, so to speak. And then from that source, it becomes, then everything, the energy of you becomes different. It becomes empowered, it becomes integrated. So we have to kind of return to the real light inside. And then we can find a teacher, we can find somebody that has integrated this light that the angel represents. And we can start to allow the light to come through. Then the tree becomes alive, then becomes strong, and it doesn't need to die like most trees. We take them inside, we take them away from life, and we just use them for a little time, and then we throw them away. It's almost too much blessings to have a tree for too long. But we can, if we want to, we can give the trees soil and grounding, and keep that blessed energy of Christmas going. So then we're kind of not just seeking external blessings, but we're starting to see the nature of light, the nature of blessings. So when we're allowing the blessings of light to come from within, from that source that gave us birth, that is life, and we start to nourish ourselves with it, we start to focus on it. It's like an intention. It's like showing up on Wisdom Wednesday. It's like joining a retreat. It's an honoring to yourself, putting water on your tree from the source, from the real source. When you start opening up to that light, that blessing, that shine is so much stronger than anything. Then we, just like the tree, we have all this light on it. So we had a retreat this weekend, and we kind of created the light of the tree. We put the angel on, that her head came out with the halo. It is the energy body. We're allowing the light to come in. And then from that source, from that honoring, everything else can be a blessing. Then we can put more ornaments on. Then we can do yoga, then we can do listening to choir, then we can eat good food, then we can drink good wine, all these things, have a good job, but the job or what you do is not the most important. They're ornaments, they're blessings on the tree. But to stay connected to the wisdom ones, to the light, is kind of the choice, because then it's allowing yourself to not give too much focus on any ornament. Any ornament can break. It can fall off. Even the light can be pulled out once in a while. Electricity might be gone. But when we choose to stay connected and to tap in through that honoring, that grace, if an ornament breaks, there might come another ornament, or we might resituate and everything works out. Then we're not addicted, because what we have been kind of taught is to become addicted with the ornaments. People be like, did you love my ornament? My ornament is the most important part of the tree. People give you an ornament and they want you to feel so it becomes like a competition. Which ornament is the most important? We kind of lose sight of that the ornaments are not supposed to be the most important. They're supposed to be external factors that kind of just accelerates and just like there's an external beauty. It's like the beauty of the body, the vanity of the body, of having a husband or wife or a job. They're not supposed to be the most important, or your money. They're not supposed to be the most important. It is the light. So sometimes you will go through moments. So this retreat, some people might have, it comes up or before the retreat or after a retreat, which is kind of like brings an amplitude of light in. People suddenly become aware of the ornaments they already have. We might be holding on to an ornament. Like this one is a Norwegian flag ornament. Some people be very Norwegian, or some people very focused on money, or very focused on being a woman, or very focused on their work or whatnot. So sometimes that gets a little shaky. Ooh, am I losing my job, or am I losing the money, or like, oh, am I? So the ornaments sometimes have to fall off, and then you have to kind of, it gets to be a test to see, can you enjoy the light in spite of the ornaments? So the Christmas is like, now of December, is like a beautiful kind of symbol of, we've got the lights going, and then we can start putting on some ornaments and enjoying this gracious time, this Christmas time, going out, doing stuff. Yeah, daring to enjoy ornaments, but not seeing like how addicted are you to the ornaments. Because yeah, we have been kind of taught to be addicted to different things, that some things are too important. So that's where we suddenly fail and feel like, oh, I lost that ornament, or I broke something, or I forget to honor, I forget to showing up, I forget to water the tree. It's like a few years ago, I remember there was a tree I was just given, and then, but somebody else had put it, and it wasn't hard. It was hard to see, but there was a lot of water. But it was like, it was hard to see. And then after a while, it started like, the tree was dying. And it was weird. It was like drizzling so much. But then after a while, when we kind of took it up, we saw that its stem wasn't going down into the water. We didn't see it. Sometimes so that's where like the honoring kind of comes in. The honoring of the thing. So after retreat, like now there is this light. We have kind of created this source of light, the Wisdom Wednesday space. The online retreat space is kind of a continual source of light. So light is so easy. It's like water. It nurtures your tree. But it's easy to get caught up in the blue lights or green lights and all the ornaments. So to be kind of aware that this journey is gentle, and you have to be kind of patient with yourself, because you will unconsciously be addicted to some of these lights, these ornaments, because sometimes you have been given these ornaments when you were like 1 year old by your parents, or your parents had it. So there's like sentimental value. That's like sentimental. That's literally like how people are kind of connected. You don't necessarily know that you might be a grown up, a parent. You'll be like, oh, nothing matters anymore. I'm just a parent. And then an ornament breaks. And then you're like, oh, you feel that you actually have sentimental value. So that's where the emotions are coming in. Most people aren't aware that unconsciously we have addictions. Emotions are addictions to different things. Only when like somebody gets sick or something and we realize, we get tested and we get to feel like, oh yeah, some things are, where is our priority? Is our priority to come in, or is it to be like, oh, I'm busy, different things. So we got to feel these Wednesdays once a week are a beautiful way of testing to see, are we kind of just escaping ourselves? We have a tendency to hide from ourselves because we're all kind of in these sentimental values, and then we're not really honest with the importance of all these blessings. So then we have to go in and kind of fail, and that's kind of to kind of release and become aware of the source and kind of re-situate our focus. We have to sometimes fail. So that's where it requires kind of a communication, and to dare to not take life too seriously. When something is too serious, then we're like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to be obsessed about my ornaments. So that is literally a beautiful part of this journey. Is that we're literally going to be tested. We're going to be tested. Can we dare to kind of come back in, or do we just want to fix everything? Society, everybody around, we can easily just want to be fixed. Everybody want to talk about it and talk it out, instead of realizing that there's a mature way, like to kind of become a grown human being, is to start nurturing by that light that is natural, but that we kind of we have lost focus on the inner light, because all the outer blessings are more important. So after a retreat, like we have literally opened up to this light, and it shines so bright, like outside now, shines so bright that it's almost hard to see anything. So we kind of get lost. We can't really even see it, because it takes time for your body to adjust to the light. So after a retreat, then sometimes people can feel like tension in their necks, or they can feel dark afterwards in different ways. Either it's pain or emotions or thoughts or chaos, because suddenly this light kind of brings shines light to the darkness, to it becomes so bright that we suddenly break some ornaments. So that is literally the beauty of a retreat, that we suddenly are we can feel a little lost afterwards. So that is why these Wednesdays are kind of a daring to show up, daring to open up again, dare to not focus on just the ornaments, so dare to kind of tap in again, dare to prioritize. So priority. Because we're taught that every ornament is so important. All our surroundings, our friends, our family, everything is more important. That's what we're taught as a parents. Like, the kids are more important, our husband are more important, our job is more important. We need to take everything so seriously. So then we kind of get, that is where we kind of focus. So yeah, it is a weird journey to open up to more light, that this light source is coming in, this angel of light is coming in again, to start getting used to that light and starting to play with it and having fun, because we easily can be like, no, we need to fix and therapize everything, instead of allowing it to flow and to trust and to honor. So it's a beautiful post retreat that you will kind of go through, and yeah, you feel this light, and it's a little scary to believe in, that you can be more upright. Your body will literally start straightening up, and you will start to feel better. But then it's easy that we kind of have to focus on the dark or whatnot. Some people dare to look at the light, and other people start to look at the dark. So, both are available. We have a house, so the light is coming in more, but then we can also get lost in, well, I have failed before, so I must fail again. Because we have experienced light coming in before. When we were little, we have experienced that we are a source of light for the family. And then we experience our parents get lit up for a while, and then suddenly they start to lock down. So that is where this transformation is, to dare to play, dare to enjoy, and dare to have fun with it, and dare to still honor the light. So that is the blessings that we can now start to play with. We have this Christmas time to play with these ornaments, dare to play. It's easy to take things too easily, and it's easy to shut down and say no. But then the test is to dare to say yes, dare to come on in, and dare to see how easy this can be if you want to. So that is the choice, that is the blessing, and that is what we are doing here to do. It's easy to get, oh, I failed, but no, maybe sometimes failure is the beautiful way of growing, to become aware of the focus, to get resituated. So it is a blessed time to be alive, as the light is the simple teachings are starting to come back in. The teachings that have always been there, and yet they usually get taken over. It's like the energy of Jesus came in, but then they got taken over by war and by competition and by failure and whatnot. Because it requires a maturity to say that anything can be there, but it still needs to be chosen. It needs to be allowed. So that is the journey that is opened up to. And whether you are new or old into the space, or you're watching this for the first time or not, reach out, let me know what's going on. And if you're new, then dare to maybe go in, and if you want to go give a donation, if you're new, then do that. It's a way of participating into this light, receiving. And there I got more videos and other stuff in the space. So if you're new, just you can follow and like and subscribe and come into the blessing space. But it kind of requires sometimes that you feel some kind of inner curiosity, attraction to the space. So this is an energetic teaching. It's not the words, but it's something. It is that energy of light that is coming in. So I just saw it. The energy started to brighten. So anyway, if you are new or old, the second part of this Wednesday is to kind of allow you to surrender and lay back and sit back and allow yourself to soak into the energy. Soaking in the light. So it is kind of to receive it. It can be received both in the light while you see it inside of you or outside of you as light, but you also receive it inside as energy. The body has both sides. It's a seeing outside, like ornaments, but then also like liquid inside, like water, nourishing, giving life. So we're like receiving this light as earth, as rejuvenation, as a blessing. Did I say that word before? So let's open up. And receive. Let your shoulders go. And drop your hips a little bit. Let's straighten out your legs. Whether you're sitting or laying down or just standing or walking, let yourself rise. Let yourself stretch out. Let yourself fill. Yeah, the light is coming in, the sky is lifting, the clouds are dissipating. It's like opening up to the source, allowing the failure, the broken ornaments to be, letting the energy still coming in. Yeah, and then it kind of comes in like a breath. Comes in like a silence. Oh, the Christmas Santa is on both YouTube and on Instagram today. Yeah, and then it comes up through your legs, up through your ground. Ah. Lifting away the clouds like an inner laughter, opening up that inner gate of light that is playful and joyful. Ah, and it comes up into your chest, up into your head, up into your jaw, like a yawn. Like a burp. And out into your head, up into the angel, up into the divine. Good. And yeah, it's great to have you all here. Everybody who tapped in, thank you for your monetary gift, the gift, the ornament of the blessing. It is part of the exchange of energy. And yeah, I will talk to you sometimes online or DM or whatnot. If you're new, let me know if you have any questions. So I might bring them in. And I will be here again next Wednesday, the 13th. 1-3 spiritual being. So yeah, it's a beautiful time to step into life, into the blessing of light, to dare to honor. It can be a challenge sometimes. So that is what this is a reminder of. So I will talk to you guys later. See ya.